All right, so for mix 3, boy, it is quite a mix of models. There's some who cares at all, there's some kind of a bummer, and then there's 2 monsters. Just probably 2 of the best models so far from ID. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's start. Stingray II. I don't think I need to show you all the packaging. I don't get too caught up in the subsets like Daredevils or anything like that. But Stingray II, some of these were made, and because they're not licensed, here's the model. I never remember like if we've seen these before or not, but let's get them in the garage for sure. In they come, and this is based on an old Hot Wheels casting, and it has some missiles on top, and it has kind of a digital camouflage look, and it is time to, well, I guess I got to show you the model too. Here it is with some big wheels and camouflage and some other stuff, and for the nostalgic Hot Wheels collectors, probably something they can get into. I'm moving on. All right, next one. And I'll show you the art first. Supercharged. Now this looks a lot like that drag Mustang that they did, but it's clearly not. It's clearly an unlicensed model. And I'm guessing based on, right? It's based on a basic model as well. Let's pull it out here. Let's get it in the garage. Is this piece? That's removable or not, I don't know. Again, I don't want to try and fake interest, but I ain't too interested in this one. Now I look at the art, I can see this one clearly has the adjustable chin. If this one's been a model before an ID, I don't know, maybe it has. Yeah, there's that high voltage racing, and then I guess if I pull them all, yeah, it's got the adjustable chin that you can click on, which is great, right? It's great. I wish they would have done it on more of the licensed models, but that Aston Martin, for example, is just a disaster, so it's not going to work anyway. So we'll get that right there. And then let's see what else we got. I think every mix has to have a Batmobile, and don't say that like sarcastically. Here, let's move on. If you look at every basic mix, just for the $1 models, and it appears with every ID mix, there is Batmobile in it. That's on purpose. I don't know if is it Universal that does these? I'd have to look at the licensing. Whoever does this, DC, right? Warner Brothers. Maybe that's some arrangement that Hot Wheels has made. But we do see a lot of Bat product. Let's get the Arkham Asylum Batmobile in here, looking okay. I mean, it's fine. I like that TV Batmobile, and I think we've seen some images of the upcoming Batmobile from the upcoming Batman movie is coming and all that stuff. I don't keep track. I'm not terribly interested in them, but I know a lot of you are. So there it is digitally, and here is the model itself. It looks like every other Arkham Asylum Batmobile that I've seen, so I have no idea what the differences are. And you guys are going like, don't go to Lamley as a source on Batmobiles. He's not going to give you much. That is true. That's the Arkham Asylum Batmobile. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Continue on. Garage is getting more and more full. Let's talk about this one, the Subaru BRZ. I said there's one mixed. This is the mixed one, because I am very happy to see this BRZ in Hot Wheels ID. This is only the second version of this casting if you count Premium and Hot Wheels ID. Gretty deco on this one, which is very, very cool. But I did notice in the image, and then when I pulled the car out, I said most of these new models are very collector-oriented. They must have been working on this design before they moved away, because this one definitely has the upslope chin, not adjustable from everything I can tell. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but everything else looks good. I actually am happy it has a metal spoiler because it looks good, and the spoiler on the other BRZ sure had some issues, right? Because it got pressed into the blister, and they kind of bent. Let's get it in the. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We can look at the top here as this one comes into the garage. See, you notice upslope chin there too. They gave it kind of this like, I don't know, like a rally style or something. This bumper is kind of interesting. I guess it's drift, right? Looking good. I mean, the deco on it is awesome. It's a raw model. It's a Zamac style. You can see the Gretty deco up on top. Coney Brembo. I can't even see what that other one is. I mean, it's a very, very cool model. The Gretty looks fantastic. This bumper just doesn't do it for me. It's not terrible, and I like how they styled it at least, so it doesn't look like, say, the Aston Martin or the Audi R8, but, you know, it's okay. Here's the model. You can have a look at it as it turns on the turntable. Looking decent, right? Looking decent. Anyway, that is the BRZ. Let's move it right here, and let's get to the core here. You've been watching this whole video to get to these two models. At least that's what I'd be doing. And let's just start with, I mean, which one? I want, you know, in fact, let's just say it right now. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away my extra Chiron. I'm going to give away my extra HKS Skyline. And I'll give away some other extras too. We'll do it on the Lamley Live channel. And the way I like to do it is you leave a comment down below and tell me which one. And just leave a comment, and then we'll draw a winner on Lamley Live channel. But in this case, we're going to do it differently. In order to win, and it could be any car you want. I mean, I have extras, I think, of all of them. You have to tell me which of the two you like the best. The Bugatti or the Skyline. Because obviously the Bugatti gets a lot of attention. It's a fantastic casting. It was a big deal when it was released in BASIC. But HKS Skyline, I mean, I don't know which is cooler. I can't figure it out, so I want to know. So you can only pick one of the two. If you could only pick one, which one would it be? The Bugatti or the Skyline? And that's how I want you to vote. So in order to win, you have to comment with one of these two. Would it be the Bugatti? You want to explain why? Great. You don't have to. You can just say it would be the Skyline because of this, or it could just be just Skyline or Bugatti, whatever. All right, let's get to it. And then we can talk about, I mean, I don't know. This is really cool. There it is, the Chiron. Let's get it in the garage. We got to get the BRZ out of here. Let's get you out, and let's get the Bugatti in the garage. And here she comes. Here she comes. Look at it. No upslope chin. Beautiful blue color. Love the red line chrome wheels. Oh, look at that. I'm going to let that run close up. How cool does it look? Oh, it is so pretty. I love this casting. And I love that it's ID. I love that it's premium. I want to see a super treasure hunt. Make it a convention model. I don't care what you do with it. This is a great model. RLC, why not? How'd you like to see that in like the RLC Spectre Flame? That'd be pretty nice, huh? That is amazing. Love, love, love the model, or the digital version. Here is the actual version. You can see how pretty it is in blue. Obviously based exactly on the last one, except this one gets the rear detailing, that fantastic taillight, and the Chiron logo on the back. So this one might even take it over the basic, right? Because it's got that detail in the back. It's the headlights too. They didn't do the headlights, I don't think, on the basic as well. So that one is up there. So is that one my favorite? I don't know. I mean, I still think maybe the best. A lot of people have said this, and I might agree that maybe the best ID model ever done was the Falcon Mustang. Falcon Mustang, hard to say. And I really like the McLaren Senna too. But maybe we'll do an ID, like best of ID video, and we'll get people's votes. All right. Let's talk about this one. Nissan Skyline GTR. I'd be excited, obviously, if they were doing the R34 at ID. If I heard, oh, they're doing the R34, I would have been excited. But when they debut it like this, with the HKS deco, obviously we've seen this on the R32. Let's get it in the system. See you later, Bugatti. Let's get the R34 in here. They did the R32 in one of the car culture mixes, right? And now we're going to see it as a Honda Civic, actually the Type R, as a super treasure hunt. Look at that. Look at that. We'll let the screen give us some close-ups on this one. It looks so good. I mean, the R34, just HKS in any line, premium, basic, whatever, was going to be a big deal. I love that it's on the ID because they can give it full detailing all over the place, and it just looks so cool. Number 87. We've seen this, you know, a few companies have done the HKS, and I'm really glad Hot Wheels has it too. I love the Hot Wheels ID there on the back. This is just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. It wraps around pretty well. Now let's take a look at the model. Oh wow, it looks so good. Maybe not as vibrant colors as they do on Premium, only because of the Spectre Flame that they use here, but I just still think it looks so cool. I'm a completist on the R34, and a lot of you are. This one adds nicely. I wonder if we'll see it again in ID. Oh, I love it. All right, well there you go, guys. 2 mixes of Hot Wheels ID. I'm gonna say, even with the duds in the mix C, there's just the Skyline and the Bugatti make that one the set to have. But there's been some really good ones, and I love this collector kind of aim that ID is doing. I think we all benefit from that, and I think a lot of us will keep buying these. I'll buy them through Hobby, and as they show up in stores, I think they're going to sell as well. But right now, Wheel Collectors and A&J Toys has them, and there's links down below in the description. Comment down below, Skyline or Bugatti, what's it going to be? If you could only keep one, which one would you keep? And then we'll draw a winner later on Lamley Live. You got to go subscribe to that channel. Thanks, everybody. Bye.